Alright, so now that we've worked on our exponent properties a little bit, we're going to step this up. You can see that we are asked to multiply quotients with monomials. So the way that I approach these is I just always multiply straight across. Let's get this into one fraction so that we can simplify it the way we've been doing the last videos. So t squared times 3t is a 3t to the third power. Remember, when you multiply the same base, you add your exponents. On the bottom, multiply first the coefficient. We have a 3 times a 2, and we get 6. Then multiply the y's together. So we have y cubed times y squared. You keep your y, and you add the exponents, and you get to the 5th power. So now we're going to take this one fraction and simplify left to right. First, I can see that there is a 3 over 6. We're going to reduce that. 3 does not divide by 6, but it does reduce to 1/2. We have t's on the top, but there are no t's on the bottom to reduce that with, so that t cubed stays on top. And then we have a y to the 5th on the bottom, but no y's to simplify it with, so that y to the 5th stays on the bottom. And that's our simplified answer. You know your answer is simplified if you look and see, if I had t's in other places besides up here, then we would do more simplifying with that. But that's my only spot with t's. Here are my only y's. The 1 over 2 is reduced, so that one's good. All right, example 6. Couple things going on. This is similar to the last example because we are multiplying our two things. But this cubed right here is going to make us pause for a moment. If you think about order of operations, parentheses, exponents come before any multiplying right there. So we're going to take this and simplify that first. Inside the parentheses, there's no simplifying I can do. You don't have any x's to reduce or y's to reduce. So remember, we cube everything on the inside. 2 cubed is 8, y cubed is y cubed, and then x to the 5th, remember when you bring in that exponent from outside of parentheses, you do multiply. So we get x to the 15th. All right, now I'm going to carry down the first part of the problem, 5x over 4y squared. All right, so we had to take care of that parenthesis and exponent first. Now we're just going to go ahead and multiply straight across. So we get one fraction that we can reduce. 8 times 5, we multiply those coefficients and we get 40. We have this x, but no x's to multiply it with, so that just stays. And then the y cubed doesn't have any y's to multiply with, so that stays. All right, over, we have a 4, but nothing to multiply it with, so the 4 stays. And even though I have this y squared first, I can see there's an x, and I just want things in the proper order and the order that matches up here. So I'm going to look at the x to the 15th first. There's no x's over there to simplify with, so that stays as x to the 15th, and that y squared stays. All right, so now we can simplify our fraction. Left to right, we have 40 divided by 4. That gives us 10. We have x to the 1st power over x to the 15th power. Now remember, you're subtracting the top number minus the bottom number. That gives you x to the negative 14. When you get a negative exponent, you can just go ahead and put that right on the bottom and make that a positive 14. All right, then your y's. You have y cubed over y squared, so remember you're subtracting the top minus the bottom. That turns into a positive exponent. Positive exponents go on the top, y to the 1st power, and that's going to be our final answer.